Hi, my name is Andy Chamberlain. I'm a writer and creative writing tutor and presenter of a podcast called The Creative Writer's Toolbelt. About 3 years ago, I was looking for a podcast that would help me with my writing. I was looking for something that would give me practical, accessible advice that I could apply straight away. And there are lots of wonderful podcasts out there, but I couldn't find anything that met my needs. So I decided to start a podcast myself, and The Creative Writer's Toolbelt was born. Since then, we've covered most aspects of the craft, and I've been really blessed to have a range of writers, artists and editors join me to share their wisdom and insight. And now, with the Creative Writer's Toolbelt Handbook, I'm doing something that I've wanted to do since beginning the podcast 2.5 years ago. I want to take all of the best insight and wisdom and knowledge that I've found out over the course of those 2.5 years and presented through all of the podcasts and through what my guests have said, and I want to condense all of that down into one book and make it available to everybody. We're going to cover all of the key dimensions that I've been exploring in the podcast over the last 2.5 years. Everything from character to voice, from setting to plot, and from research through to wisdom for the writer's life. I'll be using all of my experience with the podcast and through publishing with traditional and self-published routes to make this book as good as it can be and a real success. But to do that, I need your help. If you've benefited from the Creative Writer's Toolbelt podcast, if you've heard something that's useful to you, or you've heard something that you think will be useful to somebody else, then please do partner with me to make this book a reality. Now, to do this, I need to raise £1,000. About £400 of that is going to go on illustration, formatting and design, another £400 on editorial, and the remaining £200 on production and marketing. I'm starting the project now with the aim of taking the very best content from the first 100 episodes of the podcast and putting those into the book, and I will be getting to episode 100 around about March of next year. The book will then come out in September of next year. I want to help as many writers as possible with this book, including you and me, and my aim is to create a resource that is going to help all of us to become better writers and produce great work. If you want to join me in making this project a reality, here's what you need to do. Look at my page on Indiegogo for the Creative Writer's Toolbelt Handbook. Look at the perks and benefits that are available to those who make a contribution. Decide what kind of commitment you can make a pledge, and then, once you've done that, share the news about this book with others through social media and word of mouth. I'm really looking forward to working on this project, and thank you so much for supporting the Creative Writer's Toolbelt.